everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Public Opinion Show with your host, Pam and Vanetta. And Vanetta is back this week from her vacation.
Hello.
Hi, Vanetta. I'm so happy to have you back. I like
Yes.
our guest host, but it's always nice to have you back.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate Artist Gaines pitch hitting for me.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. And so this week we are going to have a show talking about the 4th of July and Juneteenth, both. And so 4th of July, I know, is very special to you.
Very big day. Very big day.
And it's
for
everybody. It's a very big day for Vanetta because that happens to also be her birthday. So that's why she has that balloon behind her, because she is going to be celebrating her birthday. And what exactly are you going to be doing on your birthday?
Well, my birthday weekend. Okay. So Saturday, my husband and I are going somewhere. It's a surprise. I don't know. And then Sunday, my son and daughter-in-law are hosting a cookout for me. And this is the first time I've ever been to anything like that in their backyard. So I'm excited. Okay. And all of my boys are coming home on Sunday. And then Monday, which is the holiday, the 4th of July, my actual birthday, we are going to cook out with the boys and I all in the backyard. So my husband is going to use his smoker that he got for his birthday.
Oh, nice. Well, so like I said before, we are going to be discussing Juneteenth as well as the 4th of July, because just 2 weeks ago, we celebrated as a nation the first time that Juneteenth was a national holiday. So right. I actually had the Monday after Juneteenth off from work. So that was wonderful. But what did you do actually on Juneteenth?
Oh, we were in Cancun, Mexico. So they had a Juneteenth party and it was really, really nice. On the beach, everybody was requested to wear red, and we celebrated by dancing and drinking tequila, and we just had a great time.
Well, that's nice. I celebrated with some of my sorority sisters. We had what was called a Juneteenth jamboree, and we just got together and we hula hooped and we ate and we played games. They had arts and crafts, so it was just a nice day. And then they passed out like some trivia about Black history in general.
Okay.
But, not so much about Juneteenth, but just, about Black history in general. And
okay.
so yeah.
We did take the Juneteenth quiz. That was part of the festivities. Oh. And we ate a lot of things that were red.
Oh, okay. So
like red. A lobster.
Okay. So red, it was the color.
Red was the theme of the day.
Okay. And I'm going to be taking that Juneteenth quiz later on in the show that you were talking about, and I'll see how much or how little I know about Juneteenth.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
But you know what? I think we just need to go over again some of the history of both of these holidays. So I'm going to start with the 4th of July, which is the most well-known, obviously.
Right.
The 4th of July, also known as Independence Day or July 4th, has been a federal holiday in the United States since 1941. But the tradition of Independence Day celebrations goes back to the 18th century and the American Revolution. On July 2nd, 1776, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence, and 2 days later, delegates from the 13 colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence, a historic document drafted by Thomas Jefferson. So from 1776 until present day, the July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, with festivities ranging from fireworks to parades and concerts and more casual family gatherings and barbecues. So that's the little short history of the 4th of July. And now I think that it's important to know the history of Juneteenth, because I think so many of us really, I think we knew what Juneteenth was. And I think we knew, but we just didn't celebrate it.
I can say I never was taught anything about it in the public school system in an urban school district, Detroit. I didn't know anything about it until I went to a HBCU. That was when I became familiar with it, and they had a celebration of it.
Okay. Well, see, I don't even remember. I know I went to an all-girls Catholic school. I know they didn't teach that in that school, but I came to know what it was, but it was not celebrated. It just was not something that was celebrated.
I think
Juneteenth,
because it's rooted in, mistrust and how dishonest a group of people were.
yeah. Well, Juneteenth is the day in 1865 that General Gordon Granger sailed his troops in Galveston, Texas, to force compliance with the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation was passed 2 years earlier in 1863, but Texas continued to practice slavery until Juneteenth. The newly freed slaves from Texas migrated to other states, and celebration of Juneteenth spread across the country. In June 2021, the federal government followed the lead of 47 states that already recognized Juneteenth and officially made it a national holiday. Juneteenth is just as important to America as America's Independence Day, or is it? So that brings us to the question, the public opinion question of the week, which you and I are going to answer. So let's look at that public opinion question. Should Juneteenth be just as important to America as the 4th of July? And what do the two holidays mean to you? Go ahead, Vanetta.
Yes, of course, I believe it should be just as important, but I do believe in Black America, Juneteenth will be more important to us. It is the liberation of our people. And for so long, we didn't even know anything about this holiday. So I think at moving forward, we will see us bring more of the traditions to it and really embrace it. Because I can say I don't have a time that I can remember I celebrated this with my children other than last year to make a big hooray of it. Now, of course, I'm going to be passionate about the 4th of July because it's my birthday. But was it the independence of my people? No, my people weren't even in this country really at that time independent. So it's a holiday, but for me, it's really more of a day off of work, my birthday, and a cookout.
And the preamble to the Declaration of Independence says that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So if that's the truth, it wasn't the truth for everyone in the United States at that time. So we basically were forced to not participate, but to observe a celebration that was not for us, but
it was not meant for us. Well, no, we were property. We were considered equal to livestock. And what we did in that period of time, what we prepared the food and allowed them to celebrate. I mean, we didn't take part in it.
Exactly. They probably were, it was just saying, okay, well, this is not a celebration for us. And that brings me, and that's why I love the speech that Frederick Douglass gave, like 75 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. He was asked to give a speech in Rochester, New York, about the Declaration of Independence and Independence Day. But he basically really surprised all of them because he was like, now, if you all thought that I was going to say something nice about what happened, you got another thing coming, because that's not what he said. Because what he said was, what to the American slave is your 4th of July? He said, I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham, your boasted liberty an unholy license. And then he went on to say, there is not a nation on the earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of these United States at this very hour. So I'm sure they weren't expecting that, but that's what they get. How are you going to ask a Black man to come and give a speech about the 4th of July when you know that there is still
what they wanted was an
existence?
Uncle Tom response. And that was probably the day they started saying, you know what, we should probably pre-read these speeches before people go up to the podium.
Right. Submit your speech in advance.
Right.
Okay.
Somebody started working at that point on a teleprompter. It didn't come to fruition yet, but that's what they were thinking.
It was the precursor to the teleprompter. They were writing it on sheets and burlap and everything. They were like, now here, stick to the script.
Okay, did anybody vet this speech? No, we did not.
Okay. So
that intern lost their job.
Okay, they did. They lost their job. But but I want to see how much other people may know along with me about Juneteenth, because since this is a national holiday, we're
We
going
should
full
know
steam
it.
ahead, and we should know about what we're celebrating.
I have to go back though and say this: the concept of Juneteenth cannot be taught in so many states right now because of these, all of these ridiculous laws are being passed. So
Yeah,
our children, it's up to us to teach them this.
yes,
I made that
I believe
failure.
that.
My grandchildren, I will not make that failure on.
Yeah, it is. And that's the truth. Because if that had been something that was taught, you know, in the home, even if no one else celebrated it, if it was something that was really, really taught, and I have spoken to some other African-American people who say, oh yeah, we celebrated, but it's not something that was so mainstream that other people would pick up on it. You know,
No.
if anything, it might be like on June 19th, you might say to yourself, oh, it's Juneteenth. And then that's it. You just go on with your day.
I'll
And
be
that would be nothing
shamefully,
else.
the most I've ever seen far as a celebration, I had never been to a Juneteenth celebration until last year you and I celebrated, and then this year. But in the show Blackish is really what I saw, where people really gathered and celebrated. And then on AF, they celebrated it on there. But I really had not ever seen an accurate portrayal of how Juneteenth was so important to my people.
Oh yeah. And can you imagine though, being in that time period and getting the information, and then you're kind of almost like, okay, so now what do I do? Do I just,
what do I do now?
Pick up my stuff and leave? But you know, really, if they wanted to be decent, then what they should have done was set up a plot of land for all of the people to till, to make their own money. Not, I mean, we would have been more than happy to take care of our own property and make our own money. We've been doing it anyway. So it's not like something we didn't know.
There was no decency in it. The government had a responsibility to enforce this.
Yes.
And the only way I think that's where they created another industry, sharecroppers. And you only got more and more in debt in that process. It was not made for your success.
It wasn't. And even though we look at it and we know, okay, in 1865, they had their independence. We still did not have independence. There was still Jim Crow. There were still places you couldn't go. There were things you couldn't do. You couldn't even vote. It wasn't even until the 60s that the Civil Rights Act was passed, and the voting rights. So you're talking about a whole nother 100 years later of living under oppression. So it's still not even so much something that they, you know, that our immediate ancestors or relatives had pride in celebrating.
Yeah, we're strong people. I mean, to say, some of them said, I'm venturing out. I'm leaving here. Yeah. I've heard that if I travel north, that things are better. That took a lot of guts.
Oh, it had to take a lot of guts. But you know what? You do what you have to do. And if it meant I'm going to strike out without anything in my pocket, but what I have on my back, then that's what I'm going to do. So that brings us now to the Juneteenth quiz.
All right, let's see how you do.
You can take
I got 9 out of 10, but I had to think on one of them. I really did.
Okay, you got 9.
No, I'm sorry. My son got 9 out of 10. I got 8 out of 10.
Okay, well, we're going to see what we're going to see on this.
Let's see if you're smarter than me.
I'm going to try.
Perfect.
All right, so the first question says, Juneteenth commemorates June 19th, 1865, the day Union Major General Gordon Granger informed slaves of their emancipation from slavery. In which state did this event take place? I'm going to say Texas. Oh, I'm right.
Yay, correct.
Yay.
Correct.
Okay, Granger's announcement came almost 3 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, the famous executive order abolishing slavery issued by which U.S. president? Abraham Lincoln? Ooh, I got that right. All right, which constitutional amendment officially abolished slavery across the United States? I'm gonna say the 13th Amendment?
Yes.
Yes, I got that right. What 2 Union border states continued to practice slavery up until the 13th Amendment was ratified?
Let me say this. I got this one wrong.
Okay. What I'm not understanding, are they saying bordering Texas or just what two union states that border each other?
The answer lies within you. No, I had no one to conversate with. You have to figure that out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just say Kentucky and Missouri. Oh, that's wrong.
Wrong.
Oh,
that's
the
what I
right
said
answer
too.
was Delaware and Kentucky. All right.
What
Well,
the trick in that was they weren't bordering each other.
okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. All right. How many slaves were estimated to be in the United States in the early 1860s before slavery was outlawed? You got this right?
Mm-hmm. How dare you?
I'm gonna say 1.2 million.
Okay, you got that. Hit it.
Ah,
Wrong. It was almost 4 million. You have heard them say almost 4 million slaves.
I don't know who I heard that from, but obviously I wasn't listening because I got it wrong. All right. Which state was the first to recognize Juneteenth as a state holiday? Oh my God, I don't know this. I'm gonna have to guess and just say Texas, since that's where it was. Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Now I was like, come on now, you can get that.
Okay, I guess. Which U.S. president signed a bill making Juneteenth a federal holiday? Well, I know that one. That's Joe Biden. All right. A revised red, white, and blue flag honoring Juneteenth was introduced in 2000. What symbol is at the center of the flag? A star. Yes, I got it right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is another name often used to refer to Juneteenth? I'm gonna say Freedom Day. That sounds
all right.
like a good
You're
day.
on fire.
I'm on fire now. And what beverage was once popular and synonymous with Juneteenth celebrations? Well, I like a nice mint julep, although I know that has to do with the Kentucky Derby. Brandy milk punch just sounds awful. Chicory coffee, I don't know. I'm gonna say strawberry soda.
I gave you the clue on that.
All right. Okay.
It was all things red. That's
all right.
Clue.
Well, I only missed
2, just like me.
So I got 8 out of 10. So I'm feeling good about myself.
In truth, I don't know anyone who got a 100.
Okay.
That Kentucky, Delaware really messed most people up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the other one I meant? Oh, the amount of slaves that were in the
yeah, I got that one right. The other one that I got wrong, I have to go back and look at it. But I mean, all of them, when you thought about it, you're like, oh, I should have got that.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I did that because it taught me some things. Like
didn't it?
It taught me a lot.
And that's CNN, and I'm very proud of them.
Okay. So I'm happy. So if you all want to do that quiz or show it to somebody else, I'll include the link in the notes. So at any rate, Vanetta, I'm so happy that it's your birthday, and I sent a gift for you. So I want
this
you to
big balloon in the back.
Yeah, the birthday girl. You are a true firecracker born on the 4th of July.
And it's in pink like me.
Yes. And I got pink because you like pink.
I love pink.
Pink
is a genteel color.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see how genteel that is.
Oh, look at the pretty card.
Oh, don't open that first. That's
okay.
That's a gift that has a open the pink card first.
Pink card. Okay.
Yes.
Have to follow instructions.
Yes. You follow.
Lord, on this special day, here's our heart, and it's thankful and full of you and blessings and wonderful grace. And she's blessed and reminded. Oh, we celebrate you, your beautiful blessing.
Yes.
Look at that. That's I don't know if you can see it. That's a beautiful card. Have a wonderful birthday, and I'm sure I will.
That's from my husband and I.
Oh, that's from your husband and you. I saw his name.
Well, I just thought I would include him,
That's kind. Ooh, look how pretty this is.
I said, now that looks just like
now what? I was gonna make sangria tonight, and I ran out of time. I promise I will.
Oh, look at that. I love that. I said, now this is Vanetta. It screams of Vanetta.
For sure.
It screams.
Is there a theme?
You got flip-flops to go with your cup.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This is an AKA scarf. What is it?
No, that is a garden flag. So you have to put it on one of those poles, and you can stick it in your garden, because I know you like to garden.
Oh, I'm gonna put it. Oh my goodness, I got to get a pole tomorrow.
Yes, I was looking for a pole. I couldn't find a pole, but I said, I know you had a pole. And you got another cup.
Now, is it the little pole or the big one?
I don't know,
Okay.
but you got a nice pink and green cup to go with the whole theme of
Yes.
and
I
you're
got
an
something
you're an
real
AK,
big.
you're an AKA, so it's pink and green.
Oh, how pretty.
I thought that was pretty. I didn't have time. I was gonna get your name embroidered at the bottom, but that
Oh,
you know,
look
all
at
of that
that.
pink now is starting to make me sick. So
Oh, you know what? It was a little chilly out here. I'll wrap myself in this. Okay. Look how pretty that is.
It is very pretty.
Now,
All
you
right.
know, this is one of them things going to only create a problem. Nobody in my house can touch it.
That's right. Nobody else can touch it. And then you have one more. That envelope is your final.
I went back to the bag.
Yeah.
This is, Rick is going to dislike this so much. He's going to be like, something else I can't touch. Because I have an AKA pillow, but I can't wait to put this in my line. I think it's that little one that you just hang up from the top. Because I have to take a picture and put it on there for my garden. It's gorgeous. All
right. Well, we want you to open that, and then that's going to be the conclusion.
I haven't been to this spa, Lavender.
Yes,
have you been there?
My husband Hodge had gone there when he had back problems, and I know you have been having some issues with your back. So I got you a massage, a Swedish massage, 60 minutes. And hopefully that will help you out a lot. But I hope that you all have enjoyed this. I love Vanetta. She is like a sister to me. She's my right-hand person. I can always depend on her. So I want to celebrate her. The 4th of July is her birthday. She is the big 60. So I hope that you
telling all my business. 60, I know. And I'm rocking it. Even though I'm a little broken down, I slammed my finger in the car door today, all of that, everything.
All right. Well, at any rate, I hope that you all have a very, very wonderful 4th of July. Remember to think about the Juneteenth as you celebrate the 4th of July this year, and continue to watch us on the Public Opinion Show. Until next time, bye-bye.